everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing an apartment makeover in San Myshuno, and you guys will see that I did originally start this build using the blue floor, but I do end up changing it and go with like a completely different look. So I kind of based this apartment around like this painter's room. I kind of wanted this to be like an artist apartment, and when I think of like an artist apartment, I kind of picture like brick walls with like some hardwood floors. I don't know why, that's just kind of what I picture. So this blue floor does change to the same city living floor, but I use one of the brown shades. So I mean, you can totally change it up. I think this blue looks amazing with that brick wall. It was just a little bit too intense for the direction that I kind of wanted to take this apartment. So as always, if you guys do want to download this into your game, it will be in the gallery. Just make sure that you use the hashtag KrystinMyrieXo. And this apartment, each of the rooms are downloaded, so I believe they're just under brick mature, like bedroom, brick mature, skill room, or something like that. And then I also deleted out all the doors, so you will be able to download this full apartment. You're just going to need to replace the walls that go where the doors are. So this apartment, I kept it very like kind of open and brick, and I just really wanted it to be like artist looking. So I mean, this apartment is totally like universal. You could use it for male and female sims. I really kept it very like neutral toned, and I love how this turned out. I feel like this apartment might have worked a little bit better in the Spice District, just because I felt like it had the brick walls, and I did put a little bit of that like broken down brick. I didn't want to put any cracks because I didn't really picture this to be like a really run down apartment, but I did want some of the wood behind the bricks exposed because I felt like it just worked so well with this apartment. And I ended up, this is where I do switch the floor. I do end up going with a brown floor, and I feel like it just made it so much more of like a neutral apartment. And it has been so long, I feel like, since I've done one of these apartments with like wood accents, like no particular color, and I had so much fun doing this apartment. And I ended up using a lot of furniture and decor that I have not used in a very long time. So the kitchen and living room, it is kind of like combined, but because this apartment, it is such a small like area to work with, and it's kind of like awkward shaped, so you kind of got to play around with it a bit just to get like a good look. And like originally in this apartment, where this bed is, that is actually where the little kitchen is. So normally whenever I do these apartments that are like the fixer upper apartments that has the like exposed pipes and like all of the different utilities or things like that that you need to fix, usually I block them in with walls so that you can't see them, but I feel like it just kind of worked with this apartment to still have it exposed, just because it added like that extra personality to the apartment. And where we do have that like broken brick with like exposed wood, I feel like it just looks so decent. And I mean, it also has two rat holes that you can't change. I think I had seen somewhere that somebody had said that actually if you put some like big piece of furniture that blocks off where the rats are, that they actually can't come out. So I don't know if that's true, or if maybe the piece of furniture was just too big and the mice were like maybe underneath of it. I'm not too sure. And honestly, choosing the thumbnail for this particular video, honestly, hands down, has been the hardest one yet. I didn't know which room that I wanted to make for like the main focal point of like the thumbnail, because I really love how the kitchen turned out. And actually, speaking of the kitchen, you're gonna see me put some white cupboards on top, and I really like how it turned out, but I felt like it was just like it contrasted too much, like it kind of stuck out just a little bit. So I mean, that's definitely one of the things that you guys can do when you're using your builds, is is just use like play around with like all of the different cupboards and things like that. So if you guys are wondering how to get like all of the different shapes and sizes of the cupboards, because I do randomly get questions about that, in the bottom when you are selecting your cupboards and it says counters on, make sure that that is selected to counters off. And then when you are in the area where you're selecting like the color of the cupboards, to the left in that box you're gonna see a whole ton of different cupboards that you can choose from. So they work for the bottom cupboards and they also work for the top. So bar area included. So like if you wanted a little bit rounder or just like a half cupboard, if you didn't want, like if you had like a shorter wall or something like that. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that, and I like to mention it every once in a while because that is a question that I do get asked a lot. And a while ago, I think it would have been like maybe a month or maybe even a little bit more than a month ago, I actually made a tips and tricks like building video. So if you guys are interested in watching that, I will make sure to leave the link to that below. So I just kind of go over how to like place items and just kind of like move them around so that they don't click into place. So like what cheats to use for that, and like how to alt things around and just kind of like turn them slightly. So definitely go ahead, check that out if you have any questions or you just want to watch to see if maybe there's something that you aren't familiar with. I know when I first started making The Sims, I felt like there was so much like to learn that it honestly was overwhelming, and I just felt like I was never gonna learn how to build. But definitely keep building, definitely keep practicing. I mean, the worst thing that's gonna happen is you're just gonna have to bulldoze and start over. So I mean, it's only a game, have fun with it and just experiment, and that's totally how I learned, and I'm still learning, and I definitely can still get better with my builds. So I just want to say to thank you guys to watching my videos. I really appreciate all of the positive comments that you guys have been leaving. I make sure to read each and every comment, and I do my best to reply to you guys. So if you haven't already, please make sure that you do subscribe to my channel. I post everything Sims 4 related here on my channel, and I do try to post daily. Sometimes it's every other day, just kind of like depending on my work and things like that. So make sure that you do give this video a very big thumbs up if you did enjoy how it turned out, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!